Guys, welcome back to another preview of match day 25 of the Premier League. Now the season, it's looking like it's coming to an end quite soon, right? We still have about 14 games to go, and yes, a lot of teams would keep hoping to pick up points to better their position on the table, and some unfortunately would have to be relegated. So teams are looking to pick up 3 points as much as they can. But you know what, let's just go into the preview of the match day 25 games that will be happening in the Premier League this weekend. Now we start off obviously with games that will be kicking off on Saturday, with Manchester United taking on Tottenham. Now Manchester United have been on a very good run, 3 wins in the last, I think, 5 games, and yeah, Michael Carrick has done a good job, or should I say he's still doing a good job right now as the interim coach. And there's a bit of talk around going saying if he should be made the permanent coach, but I don't think he has the experience to be able to handle that sort of pressure. But I think right now he's doing a good job. And don't forget that Manchester United are playing just 1 game a week, so it will be okay for him to manage that sort of pressure or expectation from the fans. But then again, it's really disappointed to see that Manchester United are playing only 1 game a week. They're out, they are not even in any European competition, they are not in the FA Cup, not in the EFL, unlike the likes of Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, or even Aston Villa or even Liverpool that are in that top 5, top 6. But yeah, Tottenham that they are going to be facing, their last game against Manchester City, I must say I was really quite impressed. Looking at the fact that they won their game in the Champions League, qualifying them in the top 4 of the Champions League table. They did play very well against Man City. I felt like that 2-2 draw with Manchester City, I didn't see it coming. I honestly thought Man City were going to win the game. Looking at the fact that they scored 2 goals in the first half, I felt Tottenham were going to struggle to get their goals back or equalize the game, but it wasn't difficult at all. They got 2 goals in the second half and the game ended 2-2. Now I hope that Tottenham carries that momentum, 1 win and 1 draw in all competitions, let me say, carrying that into this match against Manchester United. But I also feel like Man U has the momentum right now. Michael Carrick is doing an amazing job. It's more like him being the ex-player. He has been able to talk into the players' mindset, their play, their togetherness, and you can just tell that there's something different about this team playing in their last 3 games that I've seen. So it's quite impressive, but I still feel like it's going to be a very difficult game for Manchester United. Don't forget that they were lucky to get 3 points against Fulham in their last game. Looking at the fact that they also were 2 goals up in the first half, and then Fulham somehow found a way back, scoring 2 goals in almost 3 minutes in the second half, and Man U eventually getting the winner. So really, I feel like the fact that they are playing at home also is an advantage for them. So maybe, just maybe, they're able to pick up 3 points against Tottenham, but I still think it's going to be really difficult. That is what I think. I think it's going to be really difficult. But yeah, as I said, Man U will be starting off the weekend on Saturday with their game against Tottenham, and then the next game we'll see Aston Villa, who are really struggling right now, will take on Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth is a very interesting team. They're a very difficult team also. When they are playing at home, it is difficult for any team who are visiting them to pick up 3 points. They will always drag you out to pick up probably just a point in that game, and we've seen it happen over and over again. So Aston Villa right now, looking at the fact that they lost their last game, they would want to return to winning ways and keep mounting that pressure on Arsenal, who are top of the league. But I feel like this is going to be really difficult. I feel like their points right now is even going to drop. Don't forget that Manchester United and Chelsea are literally behind them. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. I think this is going to be a draw for Aston Villa Bournemouth. I honestly think it's going to be a draw. I don't see how Aston Villa is going. If they pick 3 points, then it shows that maybe there's Emir has spoken to the team again, and he has just re-energize them for the game. But I feel like it's going to be really difficult. Now Arsenal, who are top of the league and are obviously the chasing pack, they are going to be taking on Sunderland. Now, the last time these two sides met at Sunderland's home, it was a draw. I think it was a 2-2 draw or something like that. But yeah, it ended in a draw. And I'm sure Arsenal will be looking to take that revenge on Sunderland, probably picking up all 3 points. But I think it's going to be difficult, honestly. Looking at the fact that they also played midweek against Chelsea in that game, they had to do a lot of defending in that one. But they did get the win 1-0, progressing them to the final of the EFL Cup where they will face Man City. So it's going to be difficult, but they have the squad for it. Arsenal has the squad depth. They have quality players, experienced players to be able to get the win against Sunderland. But Sunderland, on the other hand, also will be looking to pick up 3 points. As I said, don't forget that the last game between these two sides ended in a draw. So it's going to be quite interesting. Although I'm not sure if Saka will be back. I think he's still out injured, but I'm not sure if he has the match fitness for the game, so that is where it's going to be tricky. But definitely I expect Arsenal to somehow be able to pick up, because they want to keep extending that point between them and Man City and Aston Villa. Right now is about 6 points between them and Man City, and yeah, you want to, even if you're not going to lose the game, at least if you draw the game, which I don't think they want to do, it makes it 7 points. And if Man City win their game, it's going to be terrible. So definitely they have to look to extend that point to probably 9 points till Man City plays, and then see what happens with Aston Villa and Man City later in their game. Yeah, I think that's on Saturday, and Wolves will be hosting Chelsea. Now Chelsea will be they'll be quite disappointed that they didn't get to the final of the EFL Cup, even though I felt it was past them, because already Arsenal were a goal advantage in that match, and somehow they still lost the game. But against the Wolves side that are really, really struggling right now, it should be an easy 3 points for Chelsea. Wolves are practically bottom of the table. I don't think they have any chance at all to not be relegated this season. And so Chelsea, who are on a very good run right now in the Premier League, I think it's three wins back to back, out of 3, and this will make it an opportunity for them to extend it to 4. Now, they are literally behind Manchester United with 1 point, and irrespective of whatever happens in Man U Tottenham's game, I expect them to still keep that pressure and be in the top 5 in the Premier League. But as I said, the Premier League is really, really heating up right now. So Chelsea will definitely look to pick up 3 points in that game against Wolves. Now, to Sunday, we will see Newcastle take on Brentford. Now, Newcastle are going to be really, really disappointed. It's back-to-back. Okay, not back-to-back losses, a draw and a loss for them. And yeah, they will feel bad. They will really, really feel bad that they lost that game to Man City midweek. But regardless, I felt like, is there anything they could have actually done? I don't think so, because Man City will definitely be looking to at least have 1 title in the bag compared to last season where they didn't win any title at all. So definitely they would have that big momentum going into the final. But Newcastle, on the other hand, they're really struggling, because right now where they even are on the table in the Premier League, I feel like the fact that they're competing in about 3-4 competitions also is making it difficult for them to really play well in all competitions, definitely. And if you don't have the quality of players for it, it will make it tough. So definitely they are really, really struggling right now. But I feel like Brentford winning their last game, it will be an advantage for Brentford, but Brentford is away from home. St. James's Park is going to be difficult regardless. I think this game might probably end in a draw. Yeah, I see a draw written all over this game. But yeah, that's the final game. Definitely we see Liverpool take on Man City. Now, I feel like Man City will be really disappointed in the fact that they have to play this level of high intensity game right now. Looking at the fact that they had to, quote and unquote, be lucky to qualify to the top 8 of the Champions League, get to the final of the EFL Cup. Yes, they are probably on the momentum right now, but that draw against Tottenham they would have felt hard done by that game. Even though I felt like the first goal that was scored against that Tottenham scored was a foul, it shouldn't have stood, but yeah, that is gone already. But Liverpool, on the other hand, they seem like they're playing very well at the moment. 2 wins out of 2 for them at home. Looking at how they beat Newcastle last weekend, a 4-1 win for them at home, and then the game at in the Champions League also a 5-0 win. Yeah, it seems like they're scoring right now. Ugo Ekitike is scoring, Florian Wirtz is scoring, Mo Salah is still the one person that I think is still out of form. But Man City on the other hand, I'm sure they will wish that they are not playing this game at this point in time, because they are still looking to keep that pressure on Arsenal. And if they are lucky and they're able to get a win, Liverpool will be really, really disappointed, because they are back at, I think, number 6. Don't forget that the game they played at the weekend, even though they won the game, they felt like maybe either Chelsea or Manchester United would have lost the game, but that didn't happen. So now playing Man City is really, really going to be difficult, and both teams will be looking for a win. They will definitely be looking for a win. So it's going to be difficult. I feel like this game is going to end in another draw. That's just what I see to it. Except if Man City is able to nick it. God, I don't know. I feel like it's going to end in a draw. Let me try as much as possible to stay on the fence. Let me just stay on the fence. So I feel like it's going to end in a draw, and whoever now wins it wins it. Yeah, it's not like, I don't think if Liverpool wins it, I don't think they're going to affect either Chelsea or Liverpool, except if either of them also loses their game. Then yes, then it gives Liverpool a chance to probably move into the top 4. And if Man City also wins their game, they have a chance of moving closer to Arsenal, because I have a chance that Arsenal will also win their game against Sunderland, so, and keep the point at 6 points. But as I said, I'm sure that both sides will be looking to just probably pick up a draw and just look onto the next game, right? Yeah, that's my thoughts on match day 25 of the Premier League games that will be happening this weekend. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section to tell me who you think are going to pick up 3 points this weekend. And yeah, also put on your post notification button to get our latest video when they drop. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, please subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, follow us on all the social media platforms at _officialFSH. Anyways, on to the games are played and the results are in. As you know, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye, guys.